This is Dungeon of the Endless. I'll be playing on PC Steam with a mouse and keyboard. It is also available on consoles. Well, what is Dungeon of the Endless? It's quite a mouthful. It is a procedurally generated rogue-like character customization tower defense game. Yes. What you're doing is you have 13 floors that you have to explore. You have a crystal that you start with. This crystal here, this orange thing, that provides power to your rooms. And you can see I have a lot of rooms open. You start in that crystal room and you open a door, and that's it. What's behind the door, and no one knows until you open it. There can be bad guys, there can be a merchant, you can find extra mercenaries or heroes to help you in your conquest throughout the levels. So yeah, it's pretty fun. And that alone is pretty cool. So you open that door, you find out what's behind it, mystery, who knows, and you keep opening doors until you find that exit. The goal is to take that orange crystal to the exit of the level, and then you go to the next floor. You actually pick that crystal up and you walk and carry it to the exit. So that also helps with, you have to have some strategy. The game is very strategic, and how you customize and use your characters depends on how well you're going to do. There are a bunch of characters, I think there's like 21 characters that you can use, and they're all different in their abilities and skills, and how you're going to play depends upon what characters you have. There's certain ones that can, like you have the heavy and the flamethrower from TF2. The heavy's like, obviously he's a heavy dude, he's got a lot of health, does a lot of damage, but he's really slow, so you're not going to use him to move around. Opening the doors lets you get, it's called energy, and that powers your crystal, and that's how you light up rooms. We'll get back to that. To start the game, there's difficulties of too easy and easy. Yeah, easy's not that easy when you get harder. There's different like pods, and they increase the abilities or take away abilities. It's pretty much how you're going to play the scenario of the game. Most of them start with 2 characters. Like drill mod is endless, so you can keep going. Most of them start with 2 characters. There's an armory mod that you start with 4. You can't find anyone else, but you start with 4 right away, which is awesome. It's a lot of fun to start with 4 guys because you can just plow through stuff. Escape pod's great to play on first and start on 2 easy. Pick a hero that's kind of tanky and a kind of a fast one. Like I said, they're all different. You have different health, speed, power, and then their wit. Wit is like how you operate, and we'll get to that too. So I'm picking a fast person and a tanky person. The tanky person is kind of quick too. The blue chick is really fast. I'll use her to carry the crystal and run around. I'll also use her to open doors. Because she's so fast, she can run, open a door, and come back. That's what I'm talking about, the tower defense. You open this door here, and now you can put down generators, and that's going to generate your resources. Up top, you can see I have industry, science, food. Well, what's really important is industry and food for me. That's how I feel. I don't really mess with science too much. Industry lets you create towers, modules, and your generators. Food is how you're going to heal your characters in battle, as well as level them up. And science lets you develop and research new modules and upgrade your modules and generators. Now, as I said, there's power. My crystal has to have direct access to a room to power it. When you open a door, you can get more power. Right now I have 29, and you'll see I have 2 like available dots. One's powered, one is dark. That means I have one room that I can still power. I have one room powered and one unpowered. And there's rooms that you can see I have 4 rooms open, but all of them are powered. Well, 2 of those rooms are self-powered, so I don't have to power them, which is really cool. Helps you progress a little further. This room here is dark, so when that room is dark, bad guys can spawn in there. How do you get around that? You can place one of your heroes in that room, and no one will spawn in there. So that's a cool, it's a strategy you can use. Is you can keep your guys all spread out through the map so that no one spawns, but they have to be strong enough in order to kill stuff. Now, I've spent some food to level up my blue chick, so she's a little faster. She gets more health, and then they have abilities here. You can see that she gets a speed increase, and they get some passives as well. You can actually pop that speed increase, so she'll run faster, she'll move faster, and then there's a cooldown of 2 doors and that's what the cooldowns are. It's not time; it's how many doors you open. This game is centered on opening doors. You're trying to get to the exit to bring that crystal there. As I said, you only start with 2 characters in this escape mod, and a bunch of the other mods you start with only 2. And as you progress through the boards, through the floors, I should say, you'll find new heroes to help you. You use food to acquire them, and then you just keep playing with them, level them up. Each character just have different skills and traits, and they also have different equipment they can use. The flamethrower dude's pretty sweet, but he doesn't wear armor. I mean, he doesn't use a weapon, so because he uses a flamethrower, what does he need a sword for, you know? And each character uses different weapons. Like these 2 here use swords, so if I found a gun, they can't use it at all. You can take that gun and you can sell it to the merchant to get whatever currency he uses. One of a cool strategy is save a couple of your items. So if you run across a merchant that requires light to buy things, you can sell things for a light to him, and for that floor you'll have more light, so you can have more rooms powered. So enemies don't spawn, and rooms also have to be powered in order for you to put your generators and your modules down. Modules include your basic tower that does, fast shooting, light damage, or it shoots really hard but it's a slow shooter. Something that slows down the enemies, something does like a dot to the enemies, one that increases your hero's damage, one that can heal them with every enemy killed. So you can play differently. You can research those using your science points. So every time you play, you could play differently no matter what heroes you pick. You could pick the same heroes, but it's random on which modules you'll find or be able to purchase. So you could play the same characters. You'll never get the same map again. I've played this 12 times, 12 completed times, and I've yet to see, I think, the same floor. So that's a pretty neat one there. And then you'll never get the same science modules either. You can keep cycling through them to find them, but you won't get them in the order that you're wanting. So I have 2 generators for industry and food. That's all I recommend using. I don't use science. The science, you do get some over time. Like you get 3 here. Right now I'm getting 3 per door opened. And that's enough for me because I don't use a lot of the modules. You don't fly through them, so you don't need to have a lot of them. So I'm making my way out right now. My blue chick is carrying my crystal to the exit as I found it. And once you do that, if you don't have all the doors open, they'll start to open, so bad guys will keep spawning. And when you're carrying that crystal, they just keep spawning. So you have to be careful of that as well. It's a really fun game. The roguelike is cool because, like I said, you open those doors and you don't know what's going to be behind there. You could find that self-powered room. You could find a ton of enemies, and enemies do get harder and stronger. There's certain type of enemies. There's ones that blow up. There's ones that don't give a crap about you and just want to kill your crystal. And once your crystal has run out of energy, once they beat it up a lot, your game's over. You're done. Finding the different heroes is fun. It's cool. It's a fun game. It's 4 players co-op online. Each person can control their own character, which is cool. It does create a lot of problems sometimes because you'll, hey, we need to go up north to open those doors because I think the exit's there. We don't have enough room to power other rooms. We have to go north. Well, I don't want to go north. I'm going to go east. And there becomes your problems. Or you open a door and I open a door at the same time, or seconds later, now we have 2 spawns of guys coming at us. It's pretty fun there too. It's a little hectic. Can get hectic, especially with 4 players. That's a problem we ran into. We had a lot of guys spawning because no one was paying attention of who's opening the doors and when they were opening them. It does provide for me, I'm about 10 hours, and I'm at the max of them right now. It doesn't have a lot. It does have some replay value, but once you've unlocked most of the characters, and you've played through it a few times, there's not much more to do in it. It is a really fun game. I do recommend this for anyone who does enjoy roguelike games or even tower defense. It's a little slow because, like I said, you open that door, everything spawns, and then from the time you open the next door, you're kind of like in a pause. So if you open that door, kill all those guys, game kind of pauses. You can move your guys around, you can put stuff down, you can build up your defenses, and the game doesn't really start again until you open the next door. It's cool because it allows you to put down and do what you want, but if you kill stuff real fast, it's a little slow, and it can be slow for people who are looking for more action. Definitely pick this up if you're into the roguelike, any of those games. It is a lot of fun, totally worth picking up. This is made by Amplitude. This is Dungeon of the Endless.